Today's video is another unboxing of a product that, believe it or not, I have sworn never to buy. I promised myself I would not buy this product, but you know, after a lot of thinking and a lot of reassessing what I was wanting, I finally got this product, and I think I will be very happy with it. Today, I'm going to be unboxing for you guys the Apple HomePod. Now let me back this up so you can see me better. I will switch the camera around when we do the unboxing, but I want to give a little breakdown as to why I decided to buy this speaker. Now, originally I have said that the HomePod, and my family can quote me on this, but I never saw use for this at first. Originally, I wasn't going to buy this product. When they released it, it was incomplete. It had a lot of problems. They didn't release stereo mode. They didn't feature multi-room service. So I'm just taking off my socks too. But originally, I didn't really see any big whoop for this. But after thinking it over and looking at what I do with my everyday lifestyle, I've come to terms that this speaker would be a perfect fit because first off, I always call everybody. I always use my hands free. I never use my phone. I usually just tell Siri make a call for me. I listen to music every day, MacBook, iPad, everything when I work out. And most of all, the speaker itself does have purpose. I am in the process of starting to switch over to the new smart assistant, like with lights, the thermostats, all have that feature built in with Apple HomeKit that will take advantage of it even better. So I'm in the process of trying to live in this new digital world, and you know, since I'm in the Apple ecosystem, and I'll break down what that means in future videos, but since I'm so used to Apple, why would I want to go for another company when you just want to stick with what you got? And funny story, the HomePod was very cheap, believe it or not. Now, it retails at $350, but at Costco, I picked this up for $2.99, and it is $2.99 currently at Best Buy. So if you want to pick it up, Costco has it on sale. So pick one up now. So just saying, I'll leave a link in the description. I do seem a little calm in this video, but I just want to get the unboxing done, then I'll do the setup, and then I'll give a review on what I think of the sound quality. I'll be switching devices from filming. This is the unboxing I'm filming with the iPhone. I will hook this up with the iPhone, then I'll switch over to the iPad, and yeah. So let us adjust, get a better view of the HomePod, and let's take a look at exactly what's in the box. Okay. We can move the camera closer. I just want to adjust just to see the quality. So let's move it over. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here is the HomePod. Now the HomePod comes very nicely packaged. It comes nicely detailed. I like this design, and obviously we have the pull to tab, so we're gonna undo that. But look at the size. I got the space gray. And honestly, Apple needs to stop calling it space gray. It's black. There's no other way around it. Every time they come out with a black item, it's always called space gray or silver, which is white. They never called it space gray, and it doesn't even look gray. We're going to unbox and show you. On the bottom, if you flip it over, you get your details and all that stuff. But we're not here for that. Now, obviously, as I've said many, many times, unboxing with Apple gives you a premium unboxing, so just pull that off. One half is done, just pull the plastics off, and boom, the HomePod is out. Now this plastic can be thrown away, but it's nice knowing that Apple always does those nice little unboxings, and I like it. So we'll throw that out. Alright, now that it's out of the packaging, I know it's a little wet because it was a little warm in the car, so we'll just try to keep the box clean, you know. But we're not here for the box. We are here to see the HomePod. So let's pull the cover off. So I'm going to do it from behind here. And it slides like this. And, ooh, that is nice. Now inside the box, as you can see, it has a protector for the HomePod. And here it is. It does have a little weight in the box. So let's pull this out. Ooh, now this is heavy. This is heavy. I did not expect it to be this heavy. Also in the box, and that new factory smell. I always do that smell. It's got that brand new factory smell. Inside the box, we don't get much accessories. All we get is the design by Apple. I'm going to put it on the camera. You get the little pull here. Talks to you about the HomePod. And let's see, do we get an Apple sticker in here? This is the instructions. This is your warranty. And only one Apple sticker. That's a crime. Only one Apple sticker. But it's okay, though. So these are everything that comes in the box. I will keep the receipt in the box when I get it. So let's put everything back. And that's it for the box. So very cheap on the accessories, but you don't really expect too much with this thing. So we'll give it a pass this time. So that does it for the box. Now, I always save the boxes because eventually I always look back if I don't use them. The HomePod itself looks really nice. It's got a nice design. It's got a nice base. It's got rubber base at the bottom. It's got the Apple logo at the bottom, as you can see. It's got this nice fabric meshy feel. And don't worry if you think you're going to break it. No worries. It doesn't feel breakable. You've got the glass at the top, which I believe is either plastic. I will look into it. And then you have at the back the cord, which is obviously said, everyone thought it wasn't removable, but if you pull it hard enough, it is a removable cord. So if the cord breaks, you can replace it. Pulling this off, also done in a very nice Apple way. The cable itself, which I like a lot, is also done in the same material, this meshy fabric cable. So let's get this out. Boom. And yeah, put that away. Now the cable itself is long. You don't really need to worry about going too far with it. It goes right into the wall, and it feels very, very nice. Also got that nice feel. I like how it's also 2 plugs instead of those 3 ones that always go in. That always annoyed me. So this is the HomePod. Looks very, very nice. Now it's time to set it up. So let's switch over to the iPad and let's get this bad boy going. Now obviously you're going to see a decrease in quality, so I apologize for that. But we're going to need the iPhone for this one, so let's go. Here at the HomePod setup, I have put it next to my desk right here. It does look a little out of place compared to my lamp and charger, and I was drinking Coke. But for now, this will do until I figure out where I'll reposition it. And this is much more easier because I'm right here in my bed, and excuse the mess. I'll make it up, I promise. And also, I put in ports there because I want the HomePod to have its own dedicated port. Just gonna put on extra light. So we're gonna need my phone to do this. So we're gonna turn this on. So my phone is on. Also, one more sticker. Ooh, nice and smooth. So let's plug in the HomePod to the plug, and boom, it is already being syncing. So let us see what pops up. So here is my phone. So let's go to Bluetooth. See maybe if it comes up. Ooh, never mind. Ooh, okay. Here is the HomePod. Let us focus. Let's set it up. This is my, I guess you could say this is my bedroom. Okay, continue. Enable personal requests. Use this iPhone, obviously. Agree to the terms and conditions. Transfer settings. And now we are setting up. Now the setup is set to be a little long, but we'll see how fast it goes. And it is setting up, and that was relatively fast. So let's see how long this takes. Okay, so that was pretty good setup for a first time. I like that it responds when it's on. And you can move it once it's connected to Wi-Fi. And it doesn't need the phone all the time anyway. Okay, let us put my password in. Okay, don't know why that happened. Just gonna focus it. And let's just see it. There we go.
Hi, I'm Siri. Welcome to HomePod. You can't tell, but I'm waving. To get my attention, say, "Hey Siri, let's try it." Say, "Hey Siri, what can you do?"
Hey Siri, what can you do?
I can do lots of things, like turn on the lights, give you a news update, and tell you about the weather. Now you try. Say, "Hey Siri, play some music."
Hey Siri, what's the weather? Just trying it out.
It appears to be cloudy right now in New York, with a temperature of 66 degrees.
Alright, so the HomePod is set up. Now we're going to do one test. I want to see just how loud it can hear when you say, "Hey Siri." So let us see. So I'm going to go to this side of the room and let's see if it activates. "Hey Siri, what time is it?"
The time is 5:03 p.m.
Alright, that's pretty far. Let's try it over here where my machines are. "Hey Siri, what time is it?"
The time is 5:03 p.m.
Wow, that is very far. So on the range test, when you say "Hey Siri," it works pretty good. Wow. Well, let's switch over back to the iPhone and let's do a sound well, actually, no. We're going to keep it on this, and then I'll give my final thoughts on my iPhone. Let's play a song. I'm probably going to get copyrighted for this. So HomePod is here. We can do tips and tricks on my phone. Let's pull on a good song. Let's see. Something with good bass. Ooh, okay. Pray for me. Oh, never mind then. I forgot, you have to airdrop it. It is connecting, obviously. We could do this through the phone, or you could just tell it. Or actually, you know what? Let's try it. "Hey Siri, play Pray for Me."
Pray for Me by The Weeknd. Kendrick Lamar now playing.
I don't even need my phone. Volume control right there. Whoa. I don't know if you guys can feel that, but that bass it's rumbly. Whoa. Hey Siri, pause song. Wow, that was nice. Hey Siri, raise the volume.
I've turned it up.
Play. Oh, I forgot you to say. Hey Siri, resume song. Wow.
It's all the same. Tell me who's gonna save me from myself.
Wow.
When this life is so.
Oh, okay, so you do have interactive features. Guys, that was wow. Before I give my reaction to what I just heard, let's switch it back to the iPhone. So I was filming my final thoughts on the iPhone, but unfortunately my phone died. So I just put it on a quick charger, and it'll try to quick charge because I have a party to go to in an hour. But guys, I was thoroughly shocked. The HomePod surprised me in every way. So, first off, when I heard the music play, it had an audible thump. Like, it was making everything around me rumble. That's how loud that amplifier is. The bass was solid. The music quality was great. If anything, that's like the best sounding speaker that I've heard from a smart speaker. Compared to Amazon's Alexa, it couldn't match. Even the Google Home Max, which I've heard many times, that thing beats the Max hands down, because I have heard the Google Home Max and the HomePod in the room, but hearing it in my room versus when I had the Google Home, it was like night and day. Even though they were both loud, the bass was more pronounced on that thing. It is definitely, it blew me out of like expectations. There are some problems. I'm gonna talk now. After using it for a little bit, I do notice that when I do say "Hey Siri," my phone automatically, also let's fix the camera, just noticed. Whenever I say "Hey Siri" or anything like that, it automatically goes to the HomePod, but my phone thinks I'm talking to it. It takes a couple of seconds for the phone to realize I'm on the HomePod. I think that that's a small little error. I mean, I can live with it as long as my phone doesn't start playing music. Another thing is AirPlay, very useful. I can now use AirPlay from my iPad if I could send things over to it. I would have wished that they could have offered a Bluetooth option so you can literally play music or listen to TV, use it as stereo speakers instead of just for Apple products, because you need Apple TV if you want to use the features for as a home speaker, because right now I'm using it for solely music and anything I would like to stream on it with AirPlay. I wish it had been more useful. It should have had an auxiliary cord. I know that Apple employees are always going to say, oh, we're pushing for a wireless future. Nobody's in the wireless future yet. We're not there till later. And I got another video to cover on that, maybe tomorrow. But to me, I wish there had been just one auxiliary cord so you could plug in another device or get some use out of it. But for the most part, it is an Apple-made product. You can stream Spotify, you can stream Pandora, you can stream Amazon Alexa Music, you can stream it through AirPlay. But if you're an Apple user, you'll get much better uses out of it through Apple Music. And now that you can play videos or audios is nice. You can do phone calls through it, but you can't tell Siri to make the phone calls for you. That would be a nice feature for her to do, since considering that it's technically linked to your account, it should have all your contacts and stuff synced in. So they should give a feature in a future update, be like, you can tell Siri make a phone call, she makes a phone call for you through the HomePod, but you can stream the calls over. You don't need your phone. The HomePod has microphones built in, so you can keep the call through the HomePod and it'll hear you. And when you say, hey Siri, the thing hears you from so far away. Sound quality, A+. Final thoughts? I was thoroughly shocked by the HomePod. I didn't think the HomePod would be as good as everyone made it sound, and I used to think it was an incomplete speaker. But now that it has all the updates and it has everything that it was supposed to have, I think it's safe to say for $349, it is definitely expensive. It's very pricey. But right now it is on sale for $299, so if you want to pick it up for $299. But the HomePod is definitely worth it. But for $299, I think that's a good price point. For $349, that's a little steep. So, yeah. Let's see if Apple maybe reduces the price. But from where I'm standing, the HomePod blew my expectations out of the water. There are some problems that I hope Apple will fix. And I really do. I really hope that one day they come out with a Bluetooth feature where you can have it connect via Bluetooth. Because that's how you do sync the thing. It technically is a smart speaker, so it should have an option for Bluetooth mode where you can connect it to a TV and use it like a sound, like a stereo setup, which would be nice if you don't want to use Apple TV. But of course, it has to be linked in the Apple ecosystem. Apple ecosystem. But overall, I think the HomePod is definitely worth it, but the price point is a little expensive, so try to get it when it's on sale. But other than that, on a scale of 1 to 5, I'm going to give the HomePod, with all the updates, with everything that I've done, from my experience with it, I'm going to give the HomePod 4 stars. It doesn't get that half star because there are some problems, so I'm going to give it 4 stars out of 5. It's a great speaker, it has great sounds, and honestly, you could do a lot with it, but it does need a few more updates. So Apple will obviously update it more with future iOS updates, so you can update the HomePod as well. And you could do it personally through your phone or Apple device. So more on that later, but right now, I am very solid with it, and I enjoy it, so I'm going to make the best out of it. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching. You know the drill already. I don't need to say it. You know what to do. Let me know what are your thoughts on the HomePod. Once again, thanks for watching, and peace.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.